All the buttons are pushed. All right. So it's shit. What is it? Tuesday, the 29th of August. That's right.
That maps out.
Yeah, sure. Episode. I just had it up here.
It's 190.
No, it's not 190. It's 187. Shit. 187 in your hood.
Yo.
It's Kyle and Joey today.
Yeah, I'm Kyle.
I'm Joey. Yeah, there you go. No, Alf. Alf and I were talking about this. We got the JK podcast. JK. We got the JKs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we got the rolling start. I was like, I'll workshop it. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
So,
Do we have a theme song?
No, we just play. My phone's like somewhere else. Play that song by Funky Chicken or Bump a Chicken. There you go.
Bump a Chicken song,
there you go. From
what about Gato's theme?
Yeah, that might work. That's short enough. 15 seconds. And let's get out of here. No, you're over. Gato's theme might work. We can bring that up a little bit in the news. So what's been going on, man?
Bro, I feel like I haven't been on the podcast in forever.
Yeah, you missed a week, and then we were closed a week.
Yeah.
So
it's a homecoming.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping all three of us get in here, but Alf's not feeling well. So.
He's got the sick.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll be fine.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got to move the podcast equipment, and I got the Extra Life thing this weekend, and we're gonna try to have it on Discord. So I might be.
Shit.
I might be taking the podcast equipment to okay, there's a mic here and a mic here and a mic here, and all that feeds in the Discord. So
yeah,
it might work. I mean, these things are pretty good about picking up audio from far away. Yeah, well, I mean, at that point you don't need headphones because people in the room are just there. So
I'm just saying, fuck.
Yeah, come on, pile. Make a better pile of crap because this thing is the third one we've gone through.
You want a better endorsement?
I mean, $16. You really can't complain.
What it does. Shit, yeah.
So, alrighty. So, how the fuck was your week? You've had a little while, so let's just stick to last week.
Fuck, I don't even over the last 2 weeks. I don't even know if I've done anything cool.
Oh really?
I think I.
Did you watch SummerSlam?
I did not watch SummerSlam.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I watched every bit of Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Rick and Morty,
except last Sunday's episode.
So you missed the one before the?
No. I haven't seen episode 6.
Okay, so that's the one before the. I keep saying the premiere. The finale. The finale was 7, which was this week. Are we talking about Rick and Morty or Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah.
I've seen all of Game of Thrones.
That one's okay.
Yeah.
The last week's was.
I didn't like Rick and Jerry's adventure either.
No, that's the one I was talking about. That one's just okay. Vindicators was really good. Alf and I talked a lot about
Vindicators. Like Vindicators.
That one was really good. We talked about Vindicators.
Well, that's just fun because we dunk on Avengers pretty hard anyways. So good,
Oh, we were talking about that one, and we were talking about
I also like episode 2 where they were Mad Maxing.
I felt like that one was just too I like too rushed.
I like the Morty giant arm.
Oh yeah, we're not done, are we? No.
And he had to figure out his purpose.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. Morty learned some shit.
Yeah, to me,
Summer got to be who she wanted to be.
Sure.
I thought that was cool.
I don't know. To me, I felt like it was very rushed. Just thanks. The story pushed forward really fast, and you don't get the time jump of, oh, this is 6 weeks or 8 weeks after the divorce is going through. It's literally in Rick and Morty world, it literally feels a week later. And
oh yeah, do you think they should have put Pickle Rick up second then, or
no? Because Pickle Rick makes sense where it is, kind of. I feel like that time passage is, really weird.
I don't really care for Pickle Rick, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a slapstick adventure show with quotes.
That's my issue. Is that it starts to feel like McFarlane-esque?
Seth or Todd?
Seth.
Sure. Where we're just doing this stuff to do it.
Yeah, where it's just nonsensical randomness. You know what I mean? You start getting and the Szechuan episode especially felt like that. Not that I want to shit on that episode because I think that whole episode's pretty good minus the Szechuan thing. Because that just feels like name random thing from the past, and I remember that. You know what I mean? It's too Robot Chicken.
When you eventually watch the Jerry episode, you'll
I've seen the Jerry episode.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the most recent episode.
Oh, okay. Well, the Jerry episode, everyone's like, oh, when do you get all those cybernetic augments? Like, well, you gotta remember, the Rick that's there isn't the Rick that you know. He's switched bodies like 5 times now.
Yeah, that's Rick C-138 or whatever, right?
Well, no, because he took over one of the Council of Rick's bodies, or the SEAL Team Rick.
That's just a body, though. It's still the same mind.
Right, but I'm talking about the body with the augments and everything in it, and so on and so forth. So anyway. And then
really wanted to give that bug dick a try.
Yeah, exactly. And they definitely go into a little bit in the newer episode, which is pretty good.
Remember his hand transformed into a thing, and then it shot like a suction cup or something.
Yes, that's exactly it. And he had the eyepiece and whatever. Yeah. I also didn't like how.
Like I said, you and me were talking about Rick and Morty earlier, and I don't know. I might be falling off the train.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Just get on that OKKO train. It's early enough. Still left the station.
That seems alright. Yeah,
it's such garbage nonsense. Just watch it. It's fine.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I think I might be a hipster. Just too many people are on board with Rick and Morty now, and
get on that OKKO. You'll be fine.
The fan base just feels gross.
Well, the problem is when you and I started watching it, and I was slow to take.
Well, you convinced me to watch it around the beginning of season 2. Okay, I remember. So this was right around.
Yeah.
The real bad breakup for me.
Yeah.
I remember Jared Nash.
Yeah.
Came over to my house with season 1 of Rick and Morty on Blu-ray, and I watched the whole thing, and Beth and Jerry's situation felt similar to mine, so I got some catharsis out of it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of clung to Rick and Morty during season 2. And I think that I don't like it as much as I think that I do.
Yeah, you got to put it on the same thing where I put it in. It's a thing that it's fun to watch and to occupy your time, but don't invest too much into it because it's just a cartoon.
Yeah,
that has some meaningful points here and there, but
that's where I think that I want to be with it, because it seems like a lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a deep love of fandom or whatever.
But this whole I'm Rick. It's you realize Rick's a piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
He's an actual monster.
They're coming around on that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Absent for his daughter's entire life.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's definitely some things that he's put in there. Obviously, I don't want to spend too much time on Rick and Morty.
Right, yeah. Neither do I.
We spend a lot of time on it every week. Welcome to the Rick and Morty cast. This is a subset.
That's Game of Thrones, Rick and Morty, and no video games have been happening. So I don't, Do you know what I'm playing right now? I'm playing fucking Skyrim right now.
I feel terrible for you because that game was. Did I tell you it went on sale for $20?
Yeah, I saw.
Terrible.
I just fucking bought that Xbox One for $35.
Return this.
I can't. It was part of a fucking buy 2 get 1.
You probably got it for still $20 anyway. So.
Yeah. If you do the math, yeah.
What was I gonna say? That game is. That's the beauty of that game though. Is it's meant for you to go back and enjoy it and play it and.
Yeah, I'm playing with some fun mods, nothing game breaking, basically just aesthetic stuff, because I told you that there was that graphic dumb down that made it look like a Pixar film, like an old Pixar film.
That would be fun.
And it first off, it dramatically increases the performance of the game. When it's having to render,
it's no, you're fine.
You can spawn fucking 300 dudes and the game doesn't fucking care, you know what I mean? So that's fun, but I don't know. I'm trying not to go crazy with the mods, because you start doing too much shit and the game becomes well, what does it matter? I can just mod whatever.
Yeah. Well, I dropped my sword. Fuck this.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything that I'm not putting anything in the game, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you remove unencumbrance? It's always the first thing I want to do.
Yes, I took off anything that's alchemical or an herb, or for cooking or for blacksmithing. That stuff all weighs 0 now. Because it's all it does is hinder your good time.
Yeah.
By making those things. I get it. It's for the sake of realism, but sometimes the sake of realism just
makes
you're
things less fun. The realest part about this is I'm gonna go raid the fuck out of that. The real part is me traveling back and forth 100 times from this dwarven cave. Who cares?
In the world where like I have to like, so like if an hour
pay
takes,
a dude to do it.
If an hour takes a minute and a half, like real time, then like what? My character has to eat every 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Or he dies or something. Like that's stupid. That's not fun. You know what I mean? So like I can understand like wanting to like make, and then like the other mod that I took was it made the map much more detailed. Like
that one's pretty
you can like pull the camera down and like examine it like in like a full 360 spectrum, and like that's a pretty good mod. Because like otherwise like that original map is like not as great as I recall. I don't know. I've been using that like mod every time I've played the games subsequently.
It definitely, for me, that game feels like it's going to be one where I go back and go, oh man, this does not look as great as I remember it.
Yeah, you're gonna get it on the Switch?
No, I'm not. I have it on the Xbox One, and I'm probably just gonna call it a day on that. I'm as much as I'd like to get it for the Switch.
And it's a 6-year-old game.
Yeah, it's like I'm good on that game. I'm not gonna dump another 100 hours into it, even if it is portable. You know,
right? But what about all those Zelda items? You don't want to?
I will borrow it from someone and look at them.
I'm also not buying it on the Switch. Great.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fine game. I would say if you've never played it, play it.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Like if like the Switch is your entry into like next gen gaming, then by all means,
play a last gen game on it.
Play a. You can make
2 gen old game on it.
Yeah, you can make a current gen game out of that with mods.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the Switch would have mods, but anyway.
I don't know.
All right.
Excellent question.
All right. Well, since we went into what the fuck you've been playing, what the fuck else you been playing?
Let's see. I played a little bit of Borderlands 2 because a friend asked me to. So I leveled a little bit of a Necromancer. That class is super fucking overpowered.
Oh yeah.
Just real busted. Like Death Trap just tanks the entire game for you, and like, you just don't care. So like I was like, this isn't fun. Character's too good. Like
it's been a long time since I missed it. I remember having a lot of fun with Borderlands because you can do the online tech tree and all that stuff. Kind of spec around during the day when you're not playing.
I did that, and like I the character that I ended up building was just like
ridiculous,
entirely too powerful. And you know they give you those shift keys.
Yeah. They give out a lot of shift
like
keys.
Basically like 3 times a month, like they give you 5 keys.
Yeah.
And so like I was already sitting on like probably 50 keys or whatever. Like when I logged back in.
Right.
So like I was like, oh man, I get to roll the dice on these items. Just you know what I mean. So like I just had like.
Are the badass points in 2? Yeah. Okay, so those are the buffs.
So I had like a subsequent buff from my previous playthrough, and then also like all these dice rolls on new loot and you know what I mean, and then this new character class, and like it was just like, oh man, like and since it was the character's first playthrough, I wasn't on True Vault Hunter yet, so like it was just like fucking cakewalk. So I was like, I lost interest in it pretty quick. They made Trials Fusion free, so I've played a little bit of that.
Fusion's not the best one.
No, it's not. I'm still a Trials HD kind of guy.
Yeah. What was the one after Trials HD? More Trials? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's after that one's the one where they fell off. Like I got to the point where it was
like it's fine.
Yeah, it's just in Fusion they add the ability to like do like different tricks and like I think turn and stuff, and it wasn't.
I don't like it as much, but like I played.
I did not either. So I was like, it's whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. So and I also started Resident Evil 7 again.
Oh really? I need to finish that off especially for our Game of the Year discussion. I meant to do it during the summer, but like I've just been super busy. But I definitely need to get that in there. So we can definitely talk about that because I know it won't take you a couple days to catch up where I am.
Yeah.
Not that far.
My issue is that like I have it on my TV on game mode and not on make graphics look better mode.
Oh yeah, okay.
So like.
Well, I mean that game's dark, so
now like textures look like shit.
Oh, you're just now seeing it?
No, but if you turn the because like I have like that fucking
you have a 4K TV that's doing all kinds of nonsense.
So like if I turn it on to that other mode, then it looks great. But like then like your performance suffer. Like it's weird. Like
yeah.
Like game mode is like specifically for like stuff like Overwatch and
so we need the timing and stuff. Sure.
And so like like I don't really care, so I switched it back over to Resident Evil because I'd prefer for Resident Evil to look good rather than I don't mind missing a shot every now and again if it looks better.
Sure.
That being said, God, I fucking love that game, dude. Like I just it's not. It's now that this is my third or fourth playthrough or whatever. It's definitely not as impactful. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and cue the scare. Like, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because you've been through it enough times.
Oh, speaking of fucked up shit, when I was driving back, one of those damn ass vultures was dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Like that's crazy. Just
like where Joey and I work, there's a dumpster out back, and all these like large birds of like they're not birds of prey, are they? Because they eat
they're
dead
scavengers.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, but these large birds like they congregate, and there's like
well, it's because they're protected. They have nowhere else to go, so. And they eat the dumpster.
If you had to put a number on it, like
there's 40 at least. There's at least 40. I've counted 40 multiple times.
So like,
well, now 39, I imagine.
Yeah, there was a dead one on the sidewalk at the you know the short turn that comes in, and then
someone probably hit him with a car.
Yeah, but he was just dead out on the sidewalk. I was like, damn, dead vultures. Like some superstitious person's losing their shit right now. Anyway. Yeah. I want to say that's all I've been playing. Oh, I tweaked Doom a bit to try to get it to run better on my computer. Still run like shit. So I'm gonna try a reinstall.
Yeah, that might work. I mean, like maybe you have like a bad INI or something set up in there.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. So for my week, if you don't mind,
what you been up to, dog?
I mean, like just doing the work stuff, which is boring.
Yeah. Just as like a quick thing for reasons, Joey and I's workload basically doubled.
Yeah. So, you know, gotta get in there and get stuff done with less hands. So, I've been trying to get my stuff clean at the house, you know, so that means making boxes, putting stuff in boxes, trying to resist the urge to sort stuff. Like the other night, I got caught myself sorting Magic cards, and I sat there, I'm gonna play Magic, and I sat there for like almost 2 hours sorting just like 5 boxes of cards. And it amounted to doing nothing when I was done because the boxes
it was already a closed box of Magic cards.
Yeah.
Amounted to a organized closed box. Of
exactly,
Magic cards.
And then you know, and it was
like in your head that goes somewhere,
right? But so now they're sorted in the sense that like you know I know the cards are that I need, and then by the time I remember where they are, it's like it's nonsense.
Is it that Theros gift box that has all your hot fire in it?
No, it wasn't that. It was just like some random like I was like taking like all the little boxes that I've just, you know, like, what's in this Dragon Shield box? Oh, this is a bunch of garbage. Put the garbage here. Yeah. Oh, what is in this one? Oh, there's 3 good cards. Put the 3 good cards here. Put the garbage here.
Sure.
And sorting out that stuff. And then by the end of it,
that gauntlet?
No, I didn't find anything good. It was just found a bunch of standard stuff. And it's all standard stuff that I'm like, well, no one needs this because it's going to rotate soon. So it was just pointless.
It's all just Battle for Zendikar bullshit.
Yeah, it's all pointless stuff.
That's funny.
So, you know, I did some of that. Been doing the 100 days of gaming stuff, so I can talk about.
I noticed you've been very good about
it. I took a couple days off.
I know you missed, but you were sick.
I
can personally vouch for Joey. The days that he said that he was sick, he looked like shit.
So the interesting thing about that is it kind of like, you know, like this sounds like so like preachy. So I'm going to try to keep it short. But being sick and trying to play games is like, you know, you're like, and then you're like, oh, well, why do you play games? You play games for charity. And you're like, oh, man. I feel like shit to the point where I don't want to play games. And like I'm talking about like these kids whose relief from being sick is playing games. You know what I'm saying? What kind of a piece of shit am I? You know what I'm saying?
The biggest. Yeah. No,
like,
yep. You should have played fucking that game, Joey.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, it definitely kind of hit home like kind of why I'm doing some of that stuff. Well, to have like a moment of I wouldn't call it clarity, but a moment of like self-realization and, you know, kind of to reflect on what's going on really kind of helped. And it's getting kind of hard because
reignite that fire.
Yeah, well, it's getting just kind of hard just because of the work stuff. So like it's getting hard. Yeah. Like tonight, I'm gonna go home and like try to squeeze in a little Sonic Mania. Probably not gonna happen.
Did we do anything today that count?
No, not really. I didn't really do anything today. You know, when I played the driving simulator in VR, super realistic graphics. To try to get your kid to take a nap.
You play Everwing during the podcast.
Yeah. But as far as games I played, like you know, a little Sonic Mania, a little more of that.
Seems good.
It's okay.
You know my issues. I even Sonic at his best is still shithouse Mario. So like
so that's what I want to talk about. So someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, I listened to the podcast. You know," he's like, "You know, you've been telling me to listen to it for a while, but I was like, oh no, what episode did you listen to?" He's like, "Oh, I caught the last one, and it was me and Alf talking about Sonic Mania."
Sure.
He's like, "You convinced me not to buy it." I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "I thought we sung pretty good praise." He's like, Yeah, but like, he's like, I went ahead and did like you said, and I watched some video of it, and whatever. He's like, and I kind of like, and he's like, I sat down and was like, well, this is what it's about. This is what everyone on the, this game is the game that everyone was saying was taking Mario's lunch for years. Like, no way, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And so, and I definitely feel like that way, like this, like, if this is a good Sonic game, what were those other games? Right?
Yeah.
So
a very real reason to complain.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good game. I'm having fun with it. It might be
it
at the difficulty starting to hit the difficulty spikes. So.
Yeah, I mean, like from the things that I have seen,
Mm-hmm.
I've personally watched a fair amount of video and a fair amount of people playing it.
Yeah.
Like in person. Might as well just be like Sonic 3.5.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've enjoyed it. It's fun, and
it seems fine if that's what you want.
Yeah,
I personally don't want Sonic at all. So
I think my problem with Sonic is like, I get my fill of his stick. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing really quickly. And I imagine some people have the same problem with Mario. Like, I get it. He runs, he jumps, hits blocks. Congrats. And that happens to me sometimes with like the 3D Mario games.
That's my issue, is that like, especially like with Mario, like his world is so much more interesting to me. Like, I don't know why, if it's like, because like Sonic's just as colorful. You know? I mean, in some aspects, like when you start going to like the 3D Sonics and he was in like a city or something, like it was like, well, this is kind of mundane, you know.
Well, what's kind of cool when you watch, like, if you get into a series I've been watching called Boundary Break on YouTube.
Yeah, is that
where he pulls out the camera and you can see like a lot of different level development and stuff. That kind of like makes it a little more interesting to see how they do it. But I definitely feel with this Sonic, you do the, like, it's really weird. Sonic's always had this, but it's really I've really noticed it here. Is like you have this is where I'm going to go the fastest route through the level. And this gets me from the beginning to the end, and that's it.
Yeah.
And there's a couple little deviations and paths you can take for secrets, and then there's a super secret path, way that you go that leads to the secrets and everything like that. And so it's kind of interesting to kind of see like how big the level design really is.
Yeah,
even when you're going that fast.
Like, a couple of like the pullbacks and like it's like it looks almost like an ant farm.
Right. It looks like a giant. You imagine like the level takes up the entirety of a 16 by 9 screen.
Yeah.
But like it's like every I don't even know how to describe it, like a 10 like a 15-inch high screen. It's like every inch is one screen path, a screen of what I'm saying. So it's like 15 screens high.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of cool. So I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm going to finish it before I put it down and before I lose like any desire. Especially because tomorrow I'm going to pick up Mario and Rabbids.
Mario XCOM
Rabbids. I'm really excited about that. That one I know I'm going to burn out real fast on, so I'm trying to get the fire going while go run.
I think like that game is probably like how I just hate those rabbits.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah, I just like I want a Switch game.
Yeah, but
so to me
it's
like
Do you want to know why I want to get it?
Please tell me.
It's a sit down game. You sit it down, you think about it, you play it, or you do it, and then you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things I like about XCOM, that kind of thing. And like the thing that I imagine people like about Fire Emblem, it's like, okay, I can sit down for 5 minutes and play this game and just close up and call it a day.
Yeah.
Come back and finish off this level or whatever. So that's what I'm really excited about. And just to see the new things. And a lot of my friends have been reviewing it very highly, saying some good praises of it. So, what else? We played some Nidhogg 2. You left that out. That you and I played some Nidhogg 2.
Played some Nidhogg 2.
I think that game has a single player. I don't fucking know. Like,
what's the meme?
Is there the Italian?
No. It's the guy from Emperor's New Groove, when the sun hits.
Oh yeah. Nidhogg 2. Like, it took me a while to come around to it, and then like there's like things like I didn't even notice. Like someone was watching me play it, like, Joey, is that some kind of Donkey Kong? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, look at the world. I was looking at the world map. I was like, holy shit, you're right. That is like the fucking Donkey Kong world map.
Oh.
Because the way the levels spin around.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, yeah, it's kind of like Donkey Kong. And it really definitely has that post 16-bit, pre 32-bit era kind of
there are some things that like it like alludes to you that it's much stronger than that. But yeah. It definitely like the motions are too fluid for
right. Well, but it's definitely like
the way that the Nidhogg moves, like you're like, oh, that's
Right.
That's like straight out of fucking
like the that's like early PS1 stuff,
Yeah.
But it definitely feels like if Nidhogg 1 was the original Nidhogg was like an 8-bit.
Yeah,
This is like the 16.
Yeah.
Almost like, and so it kind of like your mind opens up. Oh, what are they gonna do next?
Yeah, they've got like and now there's like a rock paper scissors to the
right.
combat,
That's what I was gonna say. Exactly.
like, rather than just have swords. There's
a rapier, a broadsword,
sword,
and then
a dagger,
and the bow and arrow.
And a bow, yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can reflect the arrows with just the sword out, or you can hit it with a rapier.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you
can drop kick them. I think you can drop kick them. I've seen a couple things.
I don't think you can parry it with the knife. I'm pretty sure the knife loses to the bow. And then like knife can parry broadsword.
I think so. Yeah.
And then like rapier gets knocked out of your hands with
I think
broadsword.
The knife can get in faster when the broadsword, because the broadsword has a big swipe.
They also added a like ground slide.
Yeah.
And then like a straight up leg sweep.
Yeah.
And then like the melee kills are just as like before. Remember they would grab them and snap their neck.
Yeah.
But now
it's just the beat.
There's
down.
like a straight up like head stomp.
Yeah, the curb stomp was definitely there before. I definitely recommend it. It's for $15. It's a fun little party game.
You know, it was weird. We had a friend who was playing with us who said that he was turned off by how violent it is. How violent
some people don't like violence.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with.
Then that person's also a combat sport enthusiast. So like,
like maybe they like fiction, like they don't like the gore because it is kind of gory.
It's a little gory.
Like everyone explodes in the blood.
It's like Mortal Kombat gore.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I think is it runs past the point of being realistic.
Yeah.
Into comical.
Do you think it has?
Did we check? 5 rib cages. Of course, this guy has 5 fucking rib cages. Yeah. So.
Pardon. Did we check system settings to see if maybe there was a way to turn that off?
We did. There is no way to turn the gore off.
This is just a gore game. All right.
It just says what it is.
All right. Well, I mean, $15 buys you a bucket of blood. So.
Yeah. I definitely recommend, like, as we were playing throughout the night, different iterations of people. I somehow the timer got turned off.
The timer on.
Turn the timer on. I recommend 5 minutes. 5 minutes is probably enough. Maybe 10 if you want to like
if
get
you really
want to
if you want to fucking get down.
This fucker over here beat me with like a literal second
with
left.
1 second left. This is my triumph. I mean, he had put me down both matches beforehand though, so it's fine.
It was a good time.
But then Rick and the young pizza dog, God, they must have played for 45
Yeah, they were
minutes.
equally matched.
They were literally like perfectly symmetrical good at Nidhogg II, and like just fought each other excitedly. Like neither one was backing down from that. They were hopping and
it definitely means I'll definitely bring it again next Friday. So
I've been such an advocate for Nidhogg, man.
I've been trying to get people to play Duck Game, and like only a couple people play Duck Game. I did play a little Duck Game.
Duck Game.
I'm definitely trying to.
Duck Game's real good. It's fast.
Yeah.
Like I can understand like being like overwhelmed by Duck Game.
Yeah. Alrighty.
We got a comment?
No, just I got a weird like someone's birthday notification, and I like
yo.
I was like, why am I getting a notification about that? So, all right. So I mean that covers what the fuck I've been playing. Man, we're like moving at a clip here. We're like halfway through. Like, well, it helps that I brought up a ton of news. So
we got
a ton of news.
Drop the news on me, Joey.
I know you don't care about.
Then fuck it.
I know you don't care about fucking Rocket League is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, Rocket League's cool.
Did you see the Switch exclusive cars?
I did not.
Okay, so the Switch exclusive cars, you got a Mario car.
Cool.
You got a Luigi car.
You got a Ouija car, yeah.
And you got a Samus car.
All right.
They're all really cool.
Makes sense, yeah.
So, those are pretty fun. Those came out not too long ago.
All right, cool.
Did you watch the? Too bad Al's not here. Did you watch the Overwatch short with
May?
May, yes.
Yeah. It's real sad.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I'm not."
I mean, May's my favorite character too. So like,
oh well, I mean, like I can understand, but for me,
I mean, those characters mean nothing to you because like,
well, I just don't care to watch. I like the idea of those things. I don't,
I mean, if you went to like Joey's likes on Facebook, there's not going to be a single one that like supports like Overwatch fandom. So,
well, that's mean. Like people love Doomfist. I don't know. That game.
I don't think anybody.
The
likes
problem.
Doomfist.
The problem for me is that game's super competitive, and that's just.
No. I mean, I more mean like the comics that like people produce and like the.
Yeah, I'm not following Tracer's booty.
Tracer's booty pretty good. Tracer's booty pretty good.
I'm not following Tracer's booty.
What about Misty's booty?
I don't follow
What about
Misty's
Zelda's
booty
because they're all the same person.
I also don't follow Sunday Morning Lulls.
Yeah,
which is the League of Legends comic. I don't follow that either. I was like, those are good names, but I don't follow those. All right. Since we were talking about Game of Thrones, we have an unsubstantiated rumor because Target accidentally put up a product page.
I saw,
for Bethesda Game of Thrones. That's all we know is the title that says Bethesda Game of Thrones.
Bethesda Game of Thrones. So, like, what a world.
I mean, like, it would certainly be interesting. You got, like...
There's so much you could do. There's so much story.
Do you do, like, a Skyrim thing, or do you do, like...
You do a Skyrim.
I mean, do you do, like...
You do a Skyrim.
You know, that to me, that it treads too closely to what they're good at, you know, with...
I think you don't let Bethesda go too far out of their mold. I think...
Right. I mean, but you don't want to... Do you want a 60-hour Game of Thrones campaign? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ugh. How about we settle for a on the rails romp through the story?
I mean, watch those Blu-rays, dog. I don't know. That's what.
That's fine. I get to drive. I get to look. Oh, I'm watching the scene. Turn. Now I'm watching this scene. Nice.
No, I'm not expecting you to be like, oh well, then Oberyn did this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be like that guy who's like. The guy with the fucked up eye did the thing to the girl with the great tits, and then
right. So, but my issue, like, I mean, like, I don't even really have an issue. It's just that world's already, it's massive and huge, and you've got a fan commitment here to like hundreds of hours of content, and then you want to, you know, they had the Telltale Game of Thrones game wasn't bad, but the actual Game of Thrones game was bad.
Yeah, I was actually talking about this earlier. There's like a cult following for that game, if you want to call it that. They're wrong. That game is just bad. However, that was Atlas paying some shit company to like Dark Steel. I don't remember who the fucking developer was. But it wasn't anybody who had like any sort of finesse, like when it came to making games.
I don't know exactly.
And also, like, it was specifically about you taking the black and like being on the wall, and like I can't think of a less interesting place in Game of Thrones to like pick.
Right, but I mean, like, that's the problem. Is like if it ends up being a Skyrim style thing, are you just going to be some dude on a mission to deliver? I don't know, like. Something from from one house to the other house, you know, like a courier going between the houses.
Yeah, I would assume
Perry Favor.
I would assume you would be like an insulary character in that world. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I don't know. Just to me, like, I feel like, especially in something like where there's so much of a universe is established and has a way to.
It would probably be like
the same happens with Shadow of War, where you're like, okay. Where can you're just wedging it in there, you know?
Yeah,
and
I would assume that it would probably be like a World of Warcraft type situation, where like the NPCs are the ones who are like the actual heroes.
Yeah.
And then you're just somebody who's like making their adventure possible.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who knows? I certainly be interesting. I imagine like with a Bethesda backing, it would certainly have me try it.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like you'd be hard pressed, like if Bethesda just produced a game for you to be like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, like All
right. Let's see what other crap I got up here. You want to talk about Xbox One stuff?
Sure.
So I don't think Alpha and I talked about the One X. So you and I can talk about the One X. We both are idiots, and we both paid some idiot money to.
I did. I paid a real amount of money for a pre-order of that. Yeah. Mine's actually almost done.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of you.
I'm chiseling away at that.
I'm about to start working on that, but like I the problem is I screwed up and like I traded a bunch of stuff to pay for the SNES Classic and a bunch of other dumb stuff. And I want to use my current Xbox to pay
To
for
levy
my,
it. Yeah.
but like
That's how I
gonna,
feel.
No one's gonna give me like good value on mine.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I feel especially felt worse for your situation, where like if I were to trade mine in and you were to trade yours in, there's not a lot of difference.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like $20-$25 difference between the two of ours. And like there are multiple $100 differences on the shelf between our Xboxes.
Yeah.
And that's a sad state. You know? So.
I don't know. I currently have my SNES Classic paid off.
Oh yeah, nice.
It feels nice.
And that's the only thing I have paid off.
I owe $138.
That's not bad.
On my Xbox.
That's not bad. That's better than I thought you'd be. Like,
yeah.
What, you sold a kidney or something, right?
GameStop was running this like tiered special.
Brought to you by GameStop.
Yeah.
Pay me.
$138.46 worth of endorsement right here.
Don't worry, we'll talk trash about them in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, they had like something where you trade X amount of games, get X amount of bonus. Yeah. And they paid the shit out of me. They gave me like $300 ish.
Yeah.
For a PS3 control. I'm not gonna list everything I traded, but it was probably like in like the realm of like.
They probably call you as close to retail as you're gonna get from an establishment like that.
Yeah. Like I probably traded like in the realm of like 10 games and 2 controllers.
Yeah,
but like a DualShock 4 controller and a Switch controller, so like high end controllers. You know what I mean? But yeah,
So a reason why I bring that up is the Xbox One X is the fastest selling Xbox product to date. So I think that's kind of interesting.
Well, didn't they also like really limit the number of pre-orders that were available for the Project Scorpio edition?
So I mean, the Project Scorpio edition is just basically what they're calling their Day One edition,
right?
And they said that they put out about multiple weeks, being like they said like they expected the amount of product that they allotted to retailers to last multiple weeks, like possibly even a month, and that it was gone within a couple days. So there was a really increased demand, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, let that speak for itself, I guess, they could say, oh, well, we think one person a day will pre-order one, and you give 30 to a store and, It
was funny when I was there to pre-order the SNES, there was a guy behind me in line who like, they were like, okay, we have this many SNESes and we have one Xbox pre-order left. And then the guy was like, oh, never mind, SNES. I guess I'm getting that Xbox.
Jeez, that's the wrong call. Bad call.
I mean,
you do both.
I mean, he had $100. I guess, you know what I mean? Like he couldn't go both.
Let me write you a check. Let me stand in line and hold these pre-orders while I get some more money.
Literally was the number 2 in line for the SNES. So like there was a guy in front of me who got his, and I was like, how many of those are you gonna let me? And she was like, 1, dog. And I was like, I'm just saying.
I was in an awkward situation where I couldn't go, and so Christy did it for me, and I was like, get one in your name.
Yeah.
And they're like,
double up.
They won't let you. They won't let me. I was like, damn it. And I was like, well, I can't be mad. At least they let me. At least they let her do it in my name and use my credit.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be completely mad. I mean, they know her,
You think our boss listens to this podcast?
No,
because I get to pick his. I get to pick his stuff up.
Oh, they were mysteriously out of it. They gave me back your $80. By the way, I got 2. Yeah. So the other Xbox news. There's 2 pieces I got. The original Xbox One console is out of stock forever. Nope, there's no more.
They're not making them anymore.
Well, they stopped making them, and like the Microsoft Store was the last place you could get them, and they're now pulled from the Microsoft Store. So if you want a new one and you see it on shelf, grab it because that's the last. You know what I'm saying? That's their last chance to get one new if it's some weird collector thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the OG fat one, not
the S. Okay,
yeah, the OG fat one. All right. The other Xbox news is the game's gold for September.
Oh,
it's actually pretty good.
All right, hit me.
You're not gonna like the first one. It's Forza 5.
Get the fuck out of here, Forza.
Then
I know some people are happy.
Then Oxenfree.
All right, that game's dope.
And then Hydro Thunder Hurricane is your backwards compatible game. And then Battlefield 3. Hydro Thunder Hurricane's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Battlefield 3
I'm not hyped for
is pretty okay.
Yeah,
if you play the campaign. Yeah, there's your games of gold.
Cool. Sounds fine.
I do not have the games for
PlayStation Networks because they suck. No, they're usually fucking decent.
Yeah. No, don't be playing this fucking trailer. Thank you.
It's for fucking Final Fantasy 15 on your phone, isn't it?
Holy
shit!
You get a lot of that. I was watching you watch on YouTube, and like you got a lot of.
Dude, it was like Pandora.
So the next thing I have, which is what I was trying to pull the trailer for, is the most out of the fucking left field shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. Secret of Mana remake.
Oh,
on PS4, Vita, and Steam.
Yeah.
It actually came out on Steam. Saying on Steam, and like animated cutscenes, voice acting, everything's there, and I don't know. It's just really weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. That's a weird thing.
And you know, someone said, "Don't be dissing Hydro Thunder."
You can find me. Let's go.
Oh no. Anyway, so like
who said don't?
Don't get into it.
I'm just kidding.
It's you. It's butt lumps.
What?
It's you.
Man, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah, the Secret of Mana is going to be on the SNES Classic. So I mean, we're talking about this fucking SNES Classic a lot. Anyway, it's going to be on there
because it's the bomb.
So
the only thing that's like, where my Chrono Trigger at though?
It's kind of weird, and it's like just around the corner.
Would you trade Final Fantasy 3 for Chrono Trigger on it?
Probably. I'd probably trade Mana for Chrono Trigger on it. But truthfully,
really, I want Mana over 3.
Mm-hmm.
You get Mario RPG on there though.
They're giving it Final Fantasy 4. They're doing more than Final Fantasy 4 to Secret of Mana. I mean, like when you watch it, you're just like, holy crap, you guys really went a long way on this thing.
Yeah, it looks real decent, like ground up.
Yeah, it looks really neat, and like I don't know.
They give a date.
I think they did, but I don't want to watch a stupid trailer because it's gonna come on. Tell me, I'll see you hear it, right?
Yep.
There's Randy.
I forgot his fucking name's Randy.
2/15/2018. So
it comes out on my birthday.
It comes on your birthday. It's 48,000 yen, Kyle. So.
That's like $20.
I think it was like $40 actually.
Yeah.
It's $40. That's one of my problems with it. $40 for something I don't really want.
Dude, some people are going to be really happy that exists.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I will definitely give it a shot. I'm disappointed that it is PlayStation 4, PS Vita exclusive. I know you can play it on PC, but I want it on my Switch.
That is true. Like,
right? Like that's the problem. Is like a lot of times when I complain about stuff
having
now,
some buyer's remorse.
Like thinking about the Switch is like a lot of times like just put it on the Switch. I know it's not that hard. Just put it on the Switch.
Do you remember I was complaining about Undertale coming to?
Yeah, put it on the Switch.
Like that's like the
put
best
it on the Switch
format.
You got Cave Story on there. You got Binding of Isaac on there. Put Undertale on the Switch.
Yeah,
I get it. The Vita, it's fine. But Secret of Mana, I'm definitely excited for it. You know,
should have been on the Switch.
Should have been on the Switch. You know, I'm an I love playing stuff on my Xbox. I don't mind playing stuff on my PC. There's just certain games like that, especially remakes. If you're doing remakes or things like that, put it on the Switch. Yeah. Put it on the Switch. It's fine. And that was the thing about Sonic Mania. I think I talked about. I wish I'd bought it on the Switch. I might buy it again on the Switch.
Should have bought that on the Switch. Yeah. What are you doing?
Someone had a deal on the Xbox code, so I bought an Xbox code.
No.
That someone was on an Xbox code.
No, I remember that story, and it turned out
I saved 50 cents. I saved 50
you fool.
cents.
You foolish fool.
What a waste of time. All right.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
All right, we've talked enough about the SNES Classic. Let's talk one more time about it. So pre-orders started last week.
Yeah, at ridiculous hours in the morning.
Yes, and like at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
People are like legit mad.
Everyone missed it. You know, I think Best Buy just went up randomly, then Amazon went up randomly, and then
Target,
Walmart went up for like a split second.
Yeah.
And you know, it turns out like later on we found out that wasn't exactly the Walmart pre-order because their pre-order just went out like later on. And then you and I were sitting at work, and I got the text from GameStop, "Yo, these things are about to go live. We had already been tipped off that they were going to go live.
Yeah.
And so like you had already staked out the store. So, and it was a madhouse, and like everyone just mad rushing to get one.
So like while I was standing in GameStop, like they like
you had to like I got the announcement to buy it online, and then their website went down.
Right.
And
so Joey and I's boss jumped in my car and we drove to GameStop, and we stood there and waited because they were like, well, the announcement happened, but we don't have our allotment yet.
Mind you, we're like 5 minutes from GameStop.
Yeah, we're not that far. So like we contacted another GameStop who had their allotment and they sold out already.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Christy got yours. Yeah. Was at the mall location, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the mall. It was amazing.
Perfect timing.
Right.
So Shane and I was like, all right, well, we're just going to stand here until that allotment comes out. And there was another guy who was doing the same thing right in front of us. And so then the manager of GameStop goes, okay, we got our allotment. It's 10.
Yeah. Well, everyone got 10. Some people
10.
got 15. Some people got like 30. Like San Francisco got like 30. But that's San Francisco.
So like, you know, in the interim of them resetting their computers to get the SKU, like 40 people like came in the store just to get turned down, not to mention literally nonstop phone calls. Like there were 3 employees who were working at GameStop. One of them's job was just to answer the phone. GameStop,
you can come in and pre-order. You can come in and pre-order.
No, GameStop, we are sold out of pre-orders. GameStop, we are sold out of pre-order. You know what I mean? Like, like they just attached it to their welcome to GameStop Cricket Wireless, whatever. Spiel.
So yeah, I mean, like Target went out real quick, and then like Walmart's gone up, and like it doesn't even stop there. Like GameStop's website went down for 2 days almost. Yeah, just like hey, and then like when it finally came back up,
it's just traffic.
And when just people just slamming it, and when it finally came back up, it just said like, Sorry, we're sold out.
It still says it on the app.
Oh yeah.
Like if you bring the app up, it goes like the SNES Classic. Sorry, like these pre-orders are no longer available. Yeah. Like we don't know why we're fucking still showing it to you.
And then like there's like a lot of stuff like there's some swarmy backdoor stuff that GameStop does where like like hey, if you want it, we have this bundle available. And they did it through ThinkGeek too, where like if you want to buy the Mega Man helmet, Mega Buster, and the SNES Classic, you can get it for $400. And all the things add up to $400. So you're not getting ripped off. You're just not getting you're not getting what you want. And so add to that like the just the demand for this thing, and I think Toys R Us is the only one left, and they're not doing pre-orders,
right? So go wait,
just go wait. Hopefully you don't
get dunked, yeah,
right. So and some of this, a lot of people want to throw shade on Nintendo, and rightfully so. Like Nintendo knows there's a demand for this product. They know that like the supply constraints are going to cause problems. So why even let that continue to be an issue, right?
Right. I mean, but like then there's also something to be said for, well, it's their product and maybe they want it to have some level of exclusivity,
right?
Like,
well, Nike does it all the time with
limited print numbers, and
right? Well, with Jordans and things like that.
So like, what would be the difference with them releasing the SNES Classic and then also putting a certificate of authenticity from Nintendo with a number 1 through X? You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. That's the same thing as like the collector's editions that Namco Bandai's always released with the Tales of Xillia stuff, and you know what I mean, the high-end collector's edition for Final Fantasies and stuff. Like that's just how those things operate.
And we got a comment saying that maybe it's a way to move more product, and it's certainly true.
That's actually an excellent point.
The scarcity is a way to increase your demand.
So like you go, well, you've missed out on these SNES games, but a large portion of those are available on the virtual marketplace on like the 3DS. If you go there, and they're available for $10 a piece. Yeah. So that way you sell a 2DS XL or you sell a 3DS, and you also get the subsequent $10 sales a piece. It's shady, but
there's also something to be said for like if
good point, whoever that was, by the way.
It was Nod Poems. I don't know who that is off the top.
That might be Chris.
I think it is Chris. But anyway.
If it's Chris, what up, baby?
The other thing is, the fact that it's hard to get will definitely push more people to buy it. If you remember when people had the NES Classic, I was bound and determined to get it.
Right, yeah.
You know, and that's why I got one.
Mm-hmm.
But other people were like, "Oh, I'll get it when Christmas comes around," and
right,
you know,
and then
and never happened.
Never happened.
And so, like, you know, like I feel sorry for those people, but like, and now this time, you know, they're saying there's an increased supply, which there probably is. You know what I'm saying?
There's probably
they're at least doing.
They said 25% more, or
Right.
20. Some number more
Yeah,
than what they had the previous time.
And so, like, the nice thing is with this kind of with at least the pre-orders this time, you can kind of guarantee. I've said to numerous people, like, I have a pre-order. That doesn't mean anything to me until it's in my hand.
Correct.
I don't. You can pre-order for days. That doesn't mean shit until it's in your
remember you getting that Walmart email that was like, "Yeah, you paid for it, but like,
yeah, hey, thanks for that loan for 2 weeks, but
no, same. Like Best Buy still owes me $85.
It's ridiculous. So, I definitely, you know, and like I said, some of that does fall on the feet of Nintendo for not producing enough to meet demand, you know, or underestimating demand, you know. They got a "Hey, Kyle, love you," baby. I think it is Chris. So anyway, but at the same time, you know, every single one of these sites, GameStop is the one who, you know, I don't like doing a lot of business with GameStop, but they're the only ones who gave me a notification. Granted, I had a 5-minute window, you know what I'm saying, to get to a store. If I was anywhere other than where I was, I wouldn't have got it.
Right, but
I didn't get an email from Best Buy.
Because of that email, it allotted 2 people that you know to be able to get it. So
but I'm saying, but like, even then, like I had been doing, like they had sent me another one to resubscribe to the notifications and stuff like that. Yeah. If I had missed that, I wouldn't have gotten it. So Best Buy, Walmart, Target, all these places, Amazon, I had the notify me when this comes available.
Yeah.
And I still haven't got those notification emails. And one of the things that's going on there is people are saying, well, they put them up under different SKUs. You know, they put them up under a new SKU.
Yeah, I saw a thing like that too.
And so, like, you know, something falls on, like, you know, hey, I know you have a responsible 9-to-5 job. Sorry, you went to bed at 3. You were in bed at 3 a.m. when pre-orders went up. You know, like, and you didn't notify people. You know, some of that falls onto the retailers for doing that kind of stuff. You know, like they are responsible for that. So it says I have yet to get a pre-order. I know I can get one at Walmart at midnight, like the SNES Classic. I hope you get one at Walmart. Like my experience with trying to get things at Walmart, especially electronics, is trying to find someone who knows what an electronics item is. Kyle and I have been there trying to get video games, and they're just like, "No, we can't sell you a video game. Like it's the next day. You can sell me the video game.
It's literally like not that hard. Like just go in the back and open the box.
Just go get the box and hand me the box, and it'll let me sell it. No, I don't know where that is." And we sat there like, I wish Alf was here to tell the story of where we waited in line for some item at midnight. The computers mysteriously crash. The manager takes our names down.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we go to pick up our items because they promised that we would be able to pick them up. Oh, no, we sold those. Sold them at 4 a.m.
What game was that?
That was the Gold Marios. The Gold Mario amiibos.
Yep.
So, get fucked. I hate like retail, like, you know, like I said, there's a lot of blame to go around on this kind of stuff, you know, and like, you know, it feels bad that like people want these things. I have plenty of my friends, Jesus, that Gold Mario is still $40. Plenty of people who ask me saying, "Hey Joey, do you think if I, you know, ask real nicely, you think you can pick me up one of these?" No, I can't.
Nope.
I can't. Nothing I can do to help you.
It is outside of our wheelhouse now.
Right. Yeah. Oh, someone's saying like, if you do it during regular business hours, it would cause the site crash, and they would lose sales during the pre-order issues. True. Yeah, it's true. I mean, GameStop was down for days anyway. All right. Well, that's enough talking about the SNES Classic because that thing gets on my nerves. I showed you the new Nintendo 3DS XL that was a SNES style available in Europe.
Oh, the one that has
it opens up and looks like a SNES.
The multicolor buttons.
Yeah, it looks like a SNES on the back. I don't put my hands right in front of the mic. Some Injustice stuff. Black Mana is being added. Let's see the other news. Fallout 4 Creation Club is live on Steam. You can get your all kinds of crazy shit on there. What's the other news we got here? Dota 2 got review bombed because it killed Half-Life 3. So what that comes out of is that Mark Laidlaw, one of the producers at Valve, he wrote on his blog and said, "Here's everything I can tell you about Half-Life 3." And with Half-Life 3, one of the things that got in the way is Dota 2. So Dota 2 became a success, so they shelved Half-Life 3, and so now people are saying, Dota killed Half-Life and so on and so forth. I recommend you go to his blog and read up on it. He talks a lot about the development of Half-Life 3. There's a lot of stuff starting to leak out now, so definitely an interesting read to check out. I'm not going to go over it here just because it takes a little bit of time, a little more than we want to.
Yeah, I'm not like one of those like Half-Life like fanboys, so like that doesn't like crush my soul as much as it does to some. But I know that a lot of people are really anxious for the third installment in some of those like Valve series, like Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, and Portal.
Yeah. So I got 2 or 3 more articles, and then we'll be out of here. What's your favorite joke game of all time that has gone free to play now? Think about it. Think about a game that had a lot of potential. Everyone bought it. Turned out it was garbage, and then now it's free to play.
No Man's Sky?
Brink.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that a joke?
Like, I think that
game was a very serious attempt at.
Yes, and it was terrible when it came out.
I thought you meant like it was like a ha funny joke.
No, it was it was very sad. It's now free to play, so get on Steam and play Brink. I'd imagine you can have some fun with that game.
Sure.
It was supposed to be like the first person shooter parkour action game, then it turned out just to be like a team based arena game that with objectives that no one wanted to play.
Had no personality.
Yeah. All right. Did you see the preview for Biomutant at Gamescom?
No.
The new THQ Nordic game. Kind of interesting. I suggest you watch the gameplay trailer. You got a little dude. He gets in like a monster that's like a hand, and it's like running. He's like running in the hand and like kicking people, like flicking them, and then he like falls over on the side and he like turns into a gun and starts shooting like literally like a handgun.
All right, yeah.
So I mean, it's got some gameplay kind of stuff. It's open world, and it's by the team that did Just Cause 2 and stuff. So
okay,
it should be pretty interesting.
Just Cause 2 is fucking sweet.
Yeah, they'll finish the Half-Life story in one day. You'll be fine. Last 2 pieces. Sony PlayStation VR getting a price cut. So
good. Thing sucks. It needs to be cheaper.
It's going to be $399 for the pre.
It's still too much.
You
said $399.
Yeah. That's for the base model, and then the deluxe one, which was $499, is cut down to $449. So starting September 1st, you can get into PlayStation VR for a little bit cheaper. I still feel like that's a little bit higher than I want to pay, especially for PlayStation VR, but the experience isn't that bad for if you don't have a gaming PC, and you have a PS4 and you want to get into gaming. I mean, VR gaming, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just after I feel kind of spoiled because I got to play your setup, and especially I got to play your setup without paying $600 for it.
Yeah, so, I mean,
now it's oh, you want me to pay $400
for that garbage?
Yeah,
and then you got to buy the games too. Don't forget that part.
I got a dude for this.
All right. So the last thing I have is
maybe I hand you a $20 bill at some point.
the last thing I have for this is Twitch is doing another marathon.
Cool.
In partnership with Shout Factory, and what they are doing is Starcade. What you may not remember about Starcade, it was a game show on TBS, the Superstation. Basically, it's just them going through and playing old arcade games and talking about them. So
I was hoping Fish were gonna play Street Fighter again.
No. So you gotta
admit that was.
So if you want to see some old arcade games from that era, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaga, Centipede, tune in there and check it out. I definitely think it's a relic from the past. So, and a very hard, one of those things you really won't see.
Yeah.
I remember hearing rumors of Starcade, and then everyone always remembers Nick Arcade, thinking it's the same thing. And then when I saw what's the video game one where the kids run around and get all the fucking free video games, I was like, yeah, I'd love to be on that show. It was on Nick.
Yeah.
They did the obstacle course of the video games where they were pulling them from the wall. I just remember they had the Velcro jackets, and they were pulling NES and Genesis games.
It was Nick Arcade, and then
Salute Your Shorts.
Dude, hey dude.
Hey dude, yeah, I don't know. Pete and Pete.
Fucking Pete and Pete, dude.
Yeah,
right?
see, exactly. Are You Afraid of the Dark? We have all the wrong time frame. You got to go roll back further. You need Christy here to tell you you can't do that on television.
Yeah.
So you're going the wrong way. You're going forward. You got to go backwards.
Okay. Wienerville starring Mark Wiener.
Yeah, you're still too far. See? Stickly, still too far.
New York City. New York State. 10108.
Far.
Yep.
Now Eureka's Castle. That might.
Oh shit!
That might be early enough to get in there.
Fraggle Rock. That was my jam.
That was on HBO though.
Yeah, that was PBS.
I remember being on HBO.
Maybe
the special was on HBO. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look up Fraggle Rock. That always ends with me having to look up pornography for you. Come on, Joey. I know you can find something. Kyle, she's a wizard. It's fine. Just stick your head on something.
Don't make me tell that boner story.
All right. Anyway, all right. So let's wrap it up. So right under an hour here, guys. So
ooh, coming in fresh, hot.
Yeah, I like an hour.
Keeping it clean.
So obviously appreciate you guys out there with the chats. Appreciate everyone watching.
Did you guys see this? Look at this.
Yeah, look.
I cut 4 inches off of this.
Oh yeah.
To help it grow.
Yeah, I got a. Is it on this? Is over here on this side? I got a hard part now in my.
Yeah, I got a hard part over there. It's nice.
It's really weird when you're sleeping and you're like, oh, why won't my hair? Oh, there's nothing there now.
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah.
All right. And I keeping it clean, keeping it fresh for you fucks.
All right. So hopefully next week Alf will be back, and all 3 of us will be here. If not, we'll always make do with what we have. And what do we have? I will definitely be talking Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Or whatever the fuck name
and then also catch Joey's nightly streams.
I'm not streaming it all. Not every night. Every once in a while. If I'm streaming, catch me streaming.
Yeah. Joey's nightly updates.
Yeah, see me on an update.
Sometimes streaming, sometimes here at the shop, sometimes whatever. But donate $5.
Yeah, I got that. He said he shaved his beard.
I didn't shave it.
No, the nude poems, not poems. It's Chris.
It's Chris. Yeah, Chris. I cut all the dead shit off of my beard. Look, it's much shorter.
I got mine trimmed, but nothing like
it was. But it's still glorious and beautiful. But now it's gonna grow better.
Yeah, I saw you brushing it the other day. I gave you a hard time.
Yeah, he was giving me a hard time. He's always giving me a hard time.
All right. Obviously, question me, send in podcast at goldensaucer.net. If you have a question for either one of us, send it our first name at goldensaucer.net. If you want to hassle Alf at goldensaucer.net,
you can message him and be like,
Facebook, I usually keep up to date on keep you up to date on like if there's something really crazy. Like today I posted about the those Nintendo Power covers they made for
those are sweet.
For the SNES Classic. I'm gonna get some printed out maybe if they put out the high res scans.
Yeah.
If a crazy trailer goes out, I usually try to share it on there. I try not to I assume that people come to us for our opinions and not necessarily, I need to know what the latest news is. Let me get. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to flood you with that kind of stuff. Just let you know when the episodes are up. Let you know, something we think is cool that we might not talk about on here. And the same thing is for Twitter and Instagram. But we that's all automated. Don't even pay attention to that stuff.
This is the guy that, by the way,
yeah.
If you're trying to figure out what I've been doing, that's the when the sun has just right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. Have a good night. Later. I'm gonna have to post that in there.